Hello everyone and welcome to the second last commentary of the 12-hour marathon that I've been running throughout the day. That's right, I've decided to call it quits at the 12-hour mark. It's 6 o'clock right now, but by the time it reaches 7 p.m. I think I'm going to be done here. This matchup is Casey versus Guemchi, Air Force Ace versus Woongjin Stars. This is the teams right now are 1-1, and sorry, there's a phone call in the background here. But the teams are 1-1, and this match is going to be a PVT on Outsider. I've seen a lot of these today, and I'm interested to see how this one goes. I love Casey as a player. He's been my favorite, well, one of my favorites for a while, and yeah. So what do you think here, WC8?
So if you're a fan of Casey, then you know how bad his TVP is, and this should be very interesting to watch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How come I always get stuck with the countdowns? But yeah, Casey, definitely more known for his TVZ, TVT than his TVP. So we've got Guemchi in red. He'll be at the 9 o'clock, and that puts Casey in like this light blue color. He'll be at the 5 o'clock. Outsider, fairly balanced for PVT. It could be worse. Let's see what they have to say about it for their records. But I'm really thinking that Guemchi's going to come out in this one on top, just because Casey is so notoriously bad at TVP. He had like a 29% win record at one point, and he won an OSL.
Yeah, I'm curious because I haven't. Guemchi, isn't he like ancient?
No, he was the one that everybody was calling like the next Bonjuan of Protoss.
Alright, yeah. Because something about his name is like biblical to me anyway. Maybe one of the first VODs I was watching anyway. We'll see what happens if he was so wonderfully fantastic, because of course he has the Ace curse on him, but over Sky 1, so anything's possible. Anyway, yeah. I'm curious I have absolutely no idea what is going to happen here, so especially on this map. It is pretty even, but I think maybe, who knows, Casey might be a little wily and plays down a floating command center somewhere in those protected expansions. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think that's always a viable option for the Terran player. I think it doesn't necessarily it doesn't necessarily matter that much, though. If you want to go for more tanks than you want to float it over, I think it's a lot more of a pain, though, to do it that way, and it makes it a lot harder to defend from that side. So I think if you just take the mineral sides of things, then it makes it's just fine. You can just mass up vultures and mines and off of that, and it should be all right. It looks like both these players, Guemchi is scouting in the right direction, Casey is scouting in the wrong direction, so already is, aside from his statistics, he's already off to a bit of a disadvantage, just a small one, but a disadvantage nonetheless. Yeah, not gonna find him there, but yeah, as WC was saying, yeah, I've been tracking Casey for a while. He is one of my favorite players. He's just so cool looking, like he's just such a, but he's a good player too. I mean, it's not just his looks. Oh, you had me at micro, but anyways, both of these guys.
He loves Casey.
So yeah, I haven't seen the Protoss base in a little while, but from what I'm looking at in the Terran base, it looks like a standard one fac into command center, and I'm hoping that he's not going for this command center down here, unless he's thinking about transferring. Yeah, he's not. He's just putting a supply depot down there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing a standard one fac into expansion opening here. Yeah, and there's the machine shop, so that's a telltale sign. Although I would have preferred, to be honest with you, a more aggressive build here, because I know Casey has his problems with Protoss, so I think aggression is the way to solve that. The same with wives.
Aggression is the solution to everything.
Yeah, when wives disobey you, that works too.
Oh, you're gonna get me killed for saying that on this. So yeah, definitely would have liked to see an aggressive build from Casey. Just if for nothing else, just to get him kind of into this. We see a robo going down for Guemchi. I'm thinking that's going to be used more for observers. Usually they go 1-gate core robo observatory, and that's, that'll get him. It's a more tech-oriented build again than it is an aggressive build. I'm thinking we might be seeing an FD from Casey here. We got the 4 Marines, the tank is out, and the command center's going down to the base. This is definitely screaming FD at me. So.
Yeah, I did see a probe scouting there at the bottom of Guemchi. I think he might be thinking about an expansion, I'm not sure. So robotics field is gonna go up, the probe's already ready to plant down the observatory. I would really love to see, just the observatory, I would really love to see some Reaver play here before the vultures come out and mine everything, but look at that little probe, it's thinking about doing something here. Probably, I'm not sure what it's going to do there. But anyway, yeah. There we go, we do see the Nexus. So we do have an expansion, that's good. So expansion is going to be almost done for Casey here. And all of the action really. So both of them really waiting, biding their time. And yeah, nothing more really to say. That scouting probes, scouting SCV is going to go up. An engineering bay probably to prevent some of these observers and or shuttles from coming up there. But yeah, so far pretty static.
Yeah, I do, however, want to point out that if Casey takes his natural with gas, and this has happened in a lot of matches actually that I've casted today, if he takes his natural with his gas there is, I think, there is a double, I don't even know how I would pronounce that anyways, or how I would say that, but I think there are double the amount of minerals at your natural down the ramp than there are off to the sides, yeah, because those are definitely depleted, yeah, and thank you, Observer, for showing me that. There are 750 minerals on those patches, and I don't think there are quite as many either, or there might be the same, but regardless, there's half as many minerals there, so and not any gas there, so this is definitely going to put Casey in a bit of an economic advantage, not too much because they're going to be mining the same amount of minerals for the time being anyways, but I think the Protoss players are being a little... Yeah, Robo facility also, so we're going to be seeing Reaver Tech there, but I think the Protoss players are being a little bit too pansy-ish in taking that back expansion rather than his forward one, and I think Casey's in a little bit of a better position here, but we're going to have to see what Guemchi can do with this Reaver play.
Yeah, definitely. It's all going to hinge really on this Reaver. If he can do a ton of damage with this Reaver, that's going to just put Casey out of it very quickly. And we do see the Zealots being kind of loaded up to draw the fire of the tanks before he drops it, which is pretty standard now with the Reaver drops. We see Casey expanding again, which is not too often that you see the Terran going like base for base with a Protoss. Well, they do go base for base, but I'm trying to backtrack now. They don't do it. Actually, I think Casey started expanding before the Protoss, and that's not something I'm used to seeing usually. And he's got the turrets up, he's got the tank out, so really these Reavers aren't going to be able to do anything. It looks like, Casey's going to see it, he's going to know it's coming. And, I mean, he dropped this Reaver on the worst possible base, and he wasted one of the Zealots already. He's only gotten a Marine out of that Reaver, whereas he would definitely have been better served if he had dropped that in a place where it could have done some economic damage for him. Put Casey behind that way.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He didn't know that was going to be there. Otherwise, he would have just waltzed in.